So today I want us to make a small house plan and also be able to see some few tricks we can use and how we set up our working space and the dimensioning, and also how we can make use of the AutoCAD blocks to make our drawings more interesting. So here I would like us to make a small house plan, and on this extent we can be able to do our layout. So let's do that. So the first thing is I've enclosed this area using a polyline. So this is the polyline, and maybe we can use the outline as the wall, so we can offset those polylines maybe by 200. So you click, but you can see we have it is showing me that there is an underlying polyline. What I've done to be able to select like this is by activating the selection cycling. So the selection cycling allows you to be able to choose two elements in for example in AutoCAD that are underlying one another. So you find it is much easier to be able to select something even if it is dead on under another object. So in this case, if I want to select that other line, I'll just click and then I choose. So if I choose, I can see there is that line, and there is also another line here, polyline. So I can just click this one, then I delete because I don't want it. The other, so I can go on and do the offset. So you can see it remembers the value that I was using, which is 200. So this case we just enter, and we can just do the offset like that, and like that. Okay, so from there what we can also do is we can select everything, then we trim the extra areas that we don't want, like this, like that. Okay, so we can go ahead and trim the rest, and if we go ahead, we just pick the trim tool, we trim here, and we trim the rest like that. So this is a small house plan. So maybe we can go ahead and we can add some more space here. Maybe we can click a line here, maybe go like 1000. Just type like that, and we just click, then enter. How I'm able to, for example, if I click another line here, and I can be able to see how much I am getting by just moving the cursor, is because I have activated this icon here, the dynamic input. So if it is on, it shows me how much I am going, but if I switch it off, for example, I'll find I don't know how much I'm going, but that is, but you can still be able to see, because it is incrementing just as you go ahead or as you reverse. But now for you to be able to input the values, so here you have to activate it, so that now, like if I do like this, you can see the difference. So I can be able to input the value, but for this case I want us just to do the we just do the offset again, and we input again 200, like that. Okay, so supposing we realize that this space is very small, so what we can do is we can use the stretch tool, this one here. So we just come here and select what you want to stretch. So we just make a selection like this, and then we enter. So if we enter, we can come here and then type, you see that is 0. So if we increment, maybe we can add like 1500, like that. Okay, so that is one way of modifying what we are doing. Okay, so then for example, we now want to add the doors and the windows to this house. So we can maybe use a polyline to be able to know where we want to have the opening. So we can just do like that, then we enter. Then maybe there are ways we can move this line, maybe by say 1000, like that. And we also do another or we will just offset another maybe 900. Okay, like that. That becomes our extent of the opening, and from there we just enter, sorry. Then we come here, then we do the trim again. So you can do like trim like that, and also trim like that. We notice we cannot be able to trim this because these were not selected. So if we select like that, we can trim here. So let's also try to do some more here. So we can even just come here, right click, enter, then we can offset here like say 1500. Okay, then enter. We do like this. We can also, okay, here we did not trim, so we can trim. So supposing you want to have some chamfer here, so this is where this one we have the chamfer or the fillet tool. So maybe you want to have a chamfer, let's say of a distance of 1000. Okay, so there so it is asking me to give the other distance. So I have already maybe done one, then the other one is 1000. Let's see. So we select the first line and the second line, like that. So for it to be uniform, maybe we can delete part of this, and we select everything here, then we offset by 200. like that. So for us to be able to end up with something complete here, we just extend. Now we extend, then we select enter, then we select again, we trim. Okay, so we go enter. The other thing, we can maybe we can create another door here. We do the same here like this, then we select, we offset by maybe 900, then we select everything, then we come here, we trim like that. Maybe we can have a window here, the same. You can just come here, enter, then to repeat the same action again, we just enter the space bar. So no, we enter the space bar, so it is telling me to do another line, but I don't want to do that. So maybe we can just do the offset, maybe of to 1500. Okay, enter like that. So we come here, then we trim, then like that. So the other thing now is to use our, I have created some windows here, so let's see how they work. So maybe we can have a door here. So for me to drag it, and just click here, then deactivate the other mode, then I can have it here. Before I do that, maybe we can have part of the outside complete, because I want you to see something interesting here. So we can just pick it like that. So the next thing is to use the same. So now here I can use the space bar, then I draw the same polyline again, then maybe I extend like that. So the other one I can just do the same here, I trim. So and I trim, enter like that. So the other place I can use the window, but now you know, I wanted to show you something here, because this door has so many things that you can be able to change. For example, if I click here, it will change the direction, or if I click here, it will change the orientation, maybe to open to the outside. So just come here, sorry, then I do like that, and then my door is opening to the outside. For now, let's just keep it like that. Maybe we can go ahead and use the window here, but you can notice here my window is made of lines and is made of polylines. So I can select everything here and make it a block. So if we select everything, we can just type block, and here we can call it window. So window, and have a pick point. Maybe we can have the pick point here. Okay, so now this becomes a block. Okay, so we can just use it to be able to create a window symbol. So this is now a window symbol. Just come with it here and say and have it there. So for us to be able to have it fill the whole of this space, what we can do, we can scale this window. So we just select it, then we click scale, then we go to the base point, then we use the reference, then we click here, we click the second point here, and we stretch to where we want it. Now our window fits. Okay, so we can use the same here. We just select and copy the same the same window and drag it to the end here, and then we escape from that command, and we can use it here. Maybe we can use the mirror tool here, and we just click here, then the second part of the mirror is here. So we can just select, we put the auto on, so like that, then we click here. Then it is asking me whether I should erase the source object. The source object is the first block, so if I click yes, I will erase. So like that, now I don't have it. Okay, now we can use the same door here and copy it to this opening here. So we just click here, then we get our door and have it here, then we enter. So we can have this line, we can move it like that to here, then we can just select the polylines and trim like that. So now we have a simple house, or a simple house plan. So now the next thing I would like us also to look at is the dimensioning of this house plan. So what we can do is, for example, if I were to dimension, it is very simple. So I just use this icon. If you see it has a drop down arrow, so this drop down arrow has so many. You have the linear, so it can measure the in both direction, that is horizontal and vertically. The other one is inclined or aligned. The other one is angular, that is angle, to measure the degrees. The arc length, to measure the length of a curve. The radius, then diameter, and so on. So if I want to measure this space and know how much it is, I can just use the linear. I just dimension like that, but you notice my dimension is not matching my drawing, so this is not what you want. So what I can do, I can set the annotation or the dimension to be able to measure up to the drawing, and also to make the drawing appear proportionate to the dimension. So I'll just select the dimension, and on the properties or the quick properties here, I can see it is the dimension style ISO 25. So I'll go to home, then go to annotate, then I go to the dimension tab here, or there's a ribbon here. So I just click here and I find where the ISO 25 is. So I'll click then the ISO 25, then go to modify, then I can change how my lines appear. So maybe the first thing I can use is change the line type. So maybe I want it to be by layers. The other one will be line width. Maybe I can change to 0.13. Then the next one is the symbols and arrows. So the symbols and arrows is what appears on the edge, and there are these things here. So we have the arrow size here. First of all, it is very small, and considering that size, maybe we can change to something like 100. Maybe we go to the text, and the text we can change by seeing. Maybe we can be able to change the font name. We change to something like Times New Roman. Okay, apply, then we go. So we can change this one to 100. Then we can change the fit. So fit is how our dimensions will fit onto the dimension lines and everything. So for example, if the space is too small, it is asking me if there is enough room to place both text and arrows inside, what should be the first thing to move outside of the extension line. So in this case, I'll just leave it at best fit. And the other thing is we change the units, and because we are using millimeters, let's not have the 0.00, so we can just have 0. The other thing is to change the decimal separator. Let's put a period. So I think that is enough, but maybe before we leave, we can change the space between the dimension lines, the offset from the whatever we are dimensioning. So maybe this is the space here. So if we put 0.3, it will leave a gap of 0.63. so maybe you can just put 1. The other one you can put to maybe 5. Okay, so we close. So you can see it has already updated. So let's dimension the other part here like that. Then we go to dimension the rest. So we can just continue and dimension. Use this icon to do the continuation, so it will just go ahead like that and like that. So we just hit the escape. Then the other one, we can just do the dimension like this, and like so, maybe, and we can continue like that, then we escape. The other one, we can just do this side like that. Maybe in dimension this side here, like this, like that, and you can see it is not so much of a task. So within a very few minutes we have done most of the work. Over here we forgot to remove this to trim, so we just go on, we dimension this part like so, and we can also dimension up to this point. So when you are dimensioning there, you notice on the command you can do horizontal, vertical, or angle. So in this case we just choose the vertical. So if we choose vertical, it will just go like this. If we choose the horizontal, it will go the bottom top direction. So we can just go ahead and dimension the rest like that, maybe like so, and right click left. The last part here we can use the aligned, so we just click here like that. So this is aligned, this is rotated. It is always a good practice to, when you are dimensioning horizontal and on horizontal or vertical direction, to use the linear like that. So maybe this can be a good presentation of the dimensioning. So check if it fits to what you want for your code, and this can be a good way to practice. Maybe if you can add some more dimensioning on your side. So the other thing maybe we can do is, for example, if we wanted to show some pattern here, or for example the floor pattern and all that, so that one you can find it on the hatch. So you click the hatch, and the hatch has so many ways you can do the hatching. For example, you can pick the point, or alternatively you just select an area. So one trick about the hatch is that you can only hatch a closed area, or you can only hatch an area with a limited tolerance according to the way you want to do the hatching, provided it is a closed area. So let's try to hatch a space. So we can just click here and find, for example, what we want. Maybe we can use this one, but you can always choose from a wide range here, and maybe let's try to pick the internal point like that. So you see it's able to shade according to how you hover the cursor. Okay, so maybe if you don't want to hatch up to the outside of the door, what you can do is maybe we can run a polyline like this. So this is a little hack like that. Like that. To cross, you just hit C like that. So now you have a closed loop or a closed polygon. So let's try to do the the hatching. Now it is better. Then you just right click, enter. So this is looks like a solid fill, but it is not. It is just like that because we have not set the scale, the pattern scale. Maybe we can try like 20 and see if it is working. You see, we can be able now to change. Maybe let's try 100, but I think 100 would be too big. Maybe we can try 50. Okay, so we can have that as one of the hatching to be able maybe to differentiate from one space to the other, and so on. So that concludes a part of a long video I want to be able to carry on. So if you feel that there is a better way to improve, or you feel that there is an area of interest you would like us to look at, maybe you can put it on the comment. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel and make it go far. So thank you for your time and have a nice time. Thank you.